The attorney Marge Ordiales-Martinez from Los Angeles, California is founder of the company na CSI Professionals Inc. It's employment and immigration expert. Yung mga Pilipino na may planong ilipat ang pamilya nila sa California and other places and looking for employment outside of our problematic situation now dito, which we hope will be solved with the help of Mr. Ortiz and Mr. Guerrero and other good leaders. Let us welcome Attorney Marge Ordiales-Martinez, founder and CEO of CSI Professionals Inc., to give us her opening statement. She is also the founder of CSI-MHO Foundation, founder and CEO of CSI-MHO Foundation and CSI Professionals.
Okay. Magandang umaga po sa aking mga kababayan. I am from Los Angeles. Originally, well, I was born here in Pasay City. But of course, now I've lived in America for, I would say, 30-some years, more than 30 years. So now I am actually Filipino-American, but always a proud Filipino. So, isang karangalan po, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Ortiz, and of course, Mr. Guerrero beside me to be here this morning with all of you. I have here also my team, CSI Professionals and the Foundation, because we just had our launch or our pre-launch for our foundation, which is the CSI-MHO Foundation yesterday. Now, para po sa kaalamanan ng lahat, pasasalamat din po namin sa press for being here this morning. We are one of the leading employment agencies in Southern California and proudly Filipino-owned, 100%. But as I've said, we're now Filipino-American. We have been in the business for 30 years, and for the past 3 decades, we have also helped, of course, some of our kababayans achieve their American dream. That's to find work locally in the United States, specifically in California. Now, ang aming pong punta rito ngayong just for a week, in fact, specifically is for the launch of our CSI-MHO Foundation. So it's not, just to correct it, we're not hiring people from here. We are hiring people locally in the United States. Now, as a part of my 30th year in the industry, I've decided that I will start giving back to the community through scholarship and grants, and also helping those who are needing medical attention. And this is through the partnership with St. Dominic College of Asia, because my mom, my late mother, Dr. Norma Juvilla Ordiales, was part of the hospital for more than, I would say, 3 decades. So,
Saan Asian School? Sorry.
Opo, sa Bacoor kami.
Bacoor.
Sa Bacoor. My mom and Dr. Marita Andamanrillo actually started a school in Alabang before it became St. Dominic College of Asia, now also extending to the School of Medicine. Now, since I did not, may I correct Mr. Wilson, I'm sorry, I am not a medical doctor. I was supposed to be one.
Yes.
But, yes, destiny changed it. That's why I became a woman of law. And U.S. immigration was my specialization, and also employment in the United States. Now, since it's time to give back after my 30 years in the industry, I felt that it was my time to help people who would need who would need scholarship to be able to pursue education. so that later on they can improve their lives. And so I believe that this topic this morning, I may not have the experience and the expertise with the gentleman here with me, beside me, but I'd also would like to share that inequality in terms of, I'd like to probably read this just to, yeah, um, I'm no expert and aaminin ko po, kinabahan ako kanina, baka bigyan ako, hingan ako ng statistics. Pero hindi lang naman po ang Pilipinas ang may problema sa inequality when it comes to income, well, at least income inequality. In California, it started in 2021 that we have a gap already between high and low income families in California. It is actually among the largest in the nation, exceeding all but 3 other states. So I don't have the latest statistics or data, but families at the top of income distribution earned 11 times more than families at the bottom. So, kung naaalala ko po, no, nung ako'y nag-aaral pa ng dito sa Pilipinas, ay may tinatawag tayong caste system. Tama po ba? Okay. Akala natin, pagkalipat namin sa Amerika, hindi na namin ito mararamdaman. Pero ang katotohanan ay existing din. Okay? I guess the difference would be in terms of productivity, just like what they were discussing now, what we are discussing right now, is that productivity is quite high. But the thing is, there is an emphasis on productivity, and I believe that because in the private sector or even the government sector, there's a difference between the two in the United States. I would like to speak, at least in California, because I'm also the advisory chairperson of the Los Angeles County Filipino American Employees Association. And my husband is the president of the organization. And that's linked with the LA County, which is a private institute. They are given salary increments every year, even if there's no increase in job description or more job agenda or given to them. It's automatic that they are given an increase in their salary every year. In the private sector, it is mandatory that you're given an evaluation based on performance. So, I think yun po ang nag-i-improve or nagbibigay ng incentive sa mga empleyado para magsikap at magbigay ng mas malaking contribution sa kanilang mga kumpanya. So, there's a difference between the private sector and the government sector. The government sector, employees would probably feel that as long as I do my job, even if it's at its minimum, then I will be given my salary increase. So those two is what I could share, and probably in comparison to what we have or what we're facing right now, something to ponder on or probably look into. But in terms of the income inequality, I don't think kami ngayon sa California ay nararamdaman din namin ito. Kasi ang bigyan ka ng increase ngayon, tumaas nga ang sweldo, lahat bibigyan ng taas ng sweldo, whether you are in the private sector or you are at the management, administrative, it doesn't make any difference. You are all given an increase. But, ang aming bilihin ay tumataas din. Pero, ang maipagmamalaki naman namin siguro is that we try our very best, especially, I would speak for California, yung pagkain, hindi naman yan tumataas. Lahat, kung ano ang kinakain ng minimum age earner, yan din ang kinakain ng mga mas malaki ang kinikita katulad ng mga professional nurses, attorneys, or accountants. Pare-pareho. Kasi uh, I guess you know, that's one thing that I could be proud of. Sana yun nga, kung tayo ngayon ay nag-aapila sa ating Senado, yun ang pag-aralan. Kung paano na, kung tumaas man, wag sana sa honeymoon stage lang, para naman ang mga tao ay magkaroon ng drive na magtrabahong maigi. Kasi parang mararamdaman nila na, okay, paano ba to? Eh, wala, hindi ko na naman pala mabibili ulit yung dapat kong bilhin para sa pamilya ko. Hindi ko na naman pala mapapaaral. Kulang na naman pala ang pagbayad ng tuition. So, if there's anything that I could recommend in terms of the system in California, in terms of work or work culture, I'd like to share it, and you can probably ask me some questions and I'll try to answer that. Okay? Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Attorney Ordiales-Martinez. Maganda yung sinabi niya about connecting wage increases to productivity increases.
Big Suminta of Net 25. I would like to address my question either Mr. Guerrero or Sergio Ortiz-Luis. But based on the comprehensive narrative of Sergio Ortiz-Luis on the status of the Philippine workforce, which is composed of 52 million, 84% is informal and 16% is formal sector. Correct me if I am right or wrong with my understanding that this 16% formal sector of our labor force, ito yung tumatanggap talaga ng regular na sweldo buwan-buwan. And they are protected by Republic Act 6727 or Wage Rationalization Act of 1989, which created the tripartite Regional Wage and Productivity Board. Okay, my question is, what is the viable solution to solve the problem of the 84% informal sector of our labor force, aside from lowering the price of the prime commodities in our country?
Well, alam mo kasi yung solusyon na yan, hindi po pwedeng i-legislate natin basta-basta. It's not as if, para mo sinasabi nga yung cliche na i-legislate natin, i-scrap natin yung law of supply and demand. Hindi. Yan, talagang hard work yan. Dahan-dahan. The better way really is look at the investment will produce jobs, and jobs will solve this. Quality jobs will be the one to solve this. Kaya nga kami, yung sinabi ni Mr. Butch Guerrero kanina, tumutulong kami sa jobs na programa namin ngayon na noong una, noong 2021, nung lumalabas tayo sa pandemic, nagkasundo-sundo kami, yung organization, pati yung manufacturing, pati yung mga construction. We committed to produce 1 million jobs.
1 million?
Noong
100, yes.
2021. Hindi namin na-meet yun noong end of the year because alam naman yun, noong August, medyo nagkikipit na naman tayo because of the pandemic, medyo sumisipa na naman, So, pero na-meet namin yung 1 million jobs. Nagmo-monitor nito, Dole, kasi kasama sila. Noong March ng 2022. Noong sana, uulitin sana namin yon. Pero nagpalit na administrasyon para na yung sabi ng outgoing administration, bahala na lang yung administration to do that. Iba na yung concentration nila. Yung turnover na concentration nila. So ngayon, hindi na ulit yan. Ngayon, nilapitan kami nung pisak, yung Presidential Advisory Council na in charge sa si Tessie Coso ng SM ang gusto yung jobs i-revive. So natayo ngayon yung pinangungunahan niya yung jobs na we try to create jobs. We will even come up with a platform na magmamatch kami nung it will be digital. Mamatch namin yung mga kumpanyang kasama namin, ano yung requirement nila, pati ibang eskwelahan, ano yung mga produce nila. At hanapin namin at kami magkukondak ng job fair. Mabuti naman, in-offer din sa amin ng SM yung facilities nila na pagka merong mga matching, merong mga yung mga job fair na in-offer nila all over the country. Open daw sila basta dito sa production ng job. So yun na sa solusyon. At the end of the day, kaya nga kami nanghihinayang na yung si Presidente, ikot ng ikot, naghahanap ng investment. Nakita mo, 1.4 trillion niya yun na, mga commitments. Pero, at the end of the day, tinitingnan pa rin ng mga mag-invest. Alam mo, sa Philippine Chamber, linggo-linggo meron kami mga bisita. Tinitingnan pa rin nila ano ba yung mga policies. Kaya pagka meron mga policies na mga arbitrary ganyan, na papalit-palit, merong job tripartite council, tripartite board, papasukan mo dahil merong ng legislated wage over and above, nadi-discourage yung mga So at the end, kailangan holistic yung approach. Hindi po hindi tabi mo malaking problema yung inflation, pero hindi lang yun ang problema. Nandiyan na yung papasok yung mga ease of doing business, yung mga red tapes, nandiyan na rin yung
Kuryente.
usapan. Alam mo, ayaw namin pumasok sa usapan ng tsa-tsa, pero alam mo, sa business sector, lahat kami boto na palitan yung economic provisions. Kaya lang, natatakot kami. Ano ba kakahinan para baka yung open ay yung Pandora's box.
Ng politika.
Gusto namin maliwanag. Ano ba talaga yung gagawin?
Okay. Sir, you also made mention by the three of you na yung mga foreign investors, gustong-gusto nila talaga yung mga Pilipino. Kasi yung productivity nila, kung nasa abroad sila, napakataas. Dito sa atin, ang sabi ninyo, mababa because of the incentives issue. So, paano natin, ibig bang sabihin, is there something wrong on the part of the Filipino employers kung bakit hindi nakukompensate ng husto yung pangangailangan ng ating labor force, kaya yung productivity nila mababa compare to
Maganda yan.
abroad?
Paki-elaborate. Maganda yan.
Alam mo, ang problema niyan, marami tayong batas, marami tayong na antiquated na dapat palitan. Among others, matagal na namin sinasabi, yung batas natin sa labor code, antiquated na yan. Maraming provision dyan na hindi na kabi ngayon. Alam mo, naalala ba nyo, nung ginawa yung labor code na yan, yung malakas yung PESA, yung EPSA doon, ang daming kumpanya.
Export Processing Zone. Yes.
Naubos yun. Dahil napasukan nung bagong, ayoko naman magbigyan ng pangalan, nalagyan tayo ng isang Secretary of Labor na hindi natin maintindihan na galing sa kaliwa. So kung ano-ano yung pinagpapasok mga sa labor code, lalagyan pa ng mga provision na...
natakot mga foreign investors daw.
Natakot, nagsarahan. Lumakas sa Iyobang Union, sila nagbabanggaan doon. Nasasara yung kumpanya dahil sa mga magugulo yung mga union. Yun ang sinasabi natin. Marami, lalo na ngayon, hanggang ngayon, issue pa yung security of tenure. Di ba? Lagi nila sinasabi yun. Ang totoo, hindi na totoo yun eh. Si Presidente Duterte, binito yung bill ng security of tenure ron, hindi naman maintindihan ng tao bakit. Kasi, sinasabi nung niya, ayaw niya kasi umikot siya sa mga boss. Nainis siya dahil nakita niya yung 555 tsaka yung endo. Nako, hindi tama yan. Hindi tama yan. Dapat we will put an end to that. Yun ang sinasabi niya. Ang problema, iniinterpretasyon nung iba na ang sinabi niya lahat ng klase ng kontrata, labor, tatanggalin. Hindi naman pwede. Hindi naman pwede. Hindi mo naman pwede sabihin sa mga investors, for instance, na ikaw, dapat yung empleyado mo, dapat permanente lahat. Dapat yung ano, halimbawa, nasa New York ka, investor ka, maglalagay ka ng kumpanya rito na hindi mo pwedeng tanggalin, na hindi mo po pwedeng, at sasabihin pa sa'yo, wala kang dapat na contractual workers yan. Dapat permanente lahat yan. Tinapos na yun. Nung 2 years ago, naglabas ng ano yan. Lahat ngayon, lahat ng empleyado, after working 6 months, lahat ng empleyado, to address, lahat ng empleyado ngayon under sa new law, lahat ng empleyado working 6 months, even cumulatively, should be permanent. Maliwanag yan. Pero hindi nila kinikinig. Alam mo kung bakit? Ang gusto nila, kung halimbawa, yung San Miguel, yun ang isang example may mga kontratista. Gusto nila, after 6 months, magiging permanent sa San Miguel hindi na pa pwede. Kaya nga yung mga contractors natin, tinaasan ng requirements. Hindi, dati, uso-uso yung cabo system na yung anak mo, kunwari siya yung contractor. Tapos, di ba, ngayon, mataas ang requirement, ina-accredit yung service provider. Ina-accredit, mahalang capitalization. They're making it sure na yung mga contractors na to, ba-address yung requirements ng labor. Kung halimbawa, natapos yung employment, kailangan i-separate, babayaran yung separation pay. Lahat ng benefits, babayaran nila. Hindi naman po pwedeng i-require mo yung mga kumpanya na kumukuha na. Under kasi the international parlance, merong mga country na 100% ng tao contractual Yung service provider, hindi naman contractual. Na permanente rin sa service provider. Dito nire-require pa nila, hinahanap nila, maging permanente rin sa mga, hindi naman ubro sa investor yon. Natatakot ang mga investor sa ganon. Hindi, pero mo, bigla, may mga criminal pa mga penalty. Binibiro mo, investor ka from New York, nagtayo ka ng kumpanya rito. Tapos nagka-problema, bigla na lang ikaw may criminal case doon. Hindi na ako pupunta rin. Sa Vietnam na lang ako, at saka sa ano na lang ako pupunta.
Okay. One last question from my end. Speaking of the 100 peso across the board wage increase, which is the Senate Bill 2534, which is in second reading now in the Senate. So, meaning to say, the business sector are not properly consulted by the Senate committee during the committee hearing kasi nasa second reading na siya
You're talking about bill?
Yeah, the...
Well, nung isang taon, naibita kami.
Last year pa.
Last year pa.
Ngayon wala.
Nung una ilabas siya, nung sinasabi nila, babagal kasi yung wage board kaya uunahan na namin. Last year yun. Ngayon, lumabas na yung wage board. Nag-uusap pa tayo ron yun, natawag kami, nagsabi naman kami. Ang hindi natawag noon, yung mga economic managers, alam niyo kung bakit? Nataon yung hearing na lahat ng economic manager kasama ni President sa US yata.
Kaya wala silang opinion.
Wala Pero nagsasalita sila in the media, sinasabi naman nila openly. Pati nga itong Secretary ng Labor, ingat na magsalita.
Pati Labor Secretary din.
Ayaw niya kontra. Siya lang nandun Ingat na ingat siya. Sinasabi niya, hindi namin mandato yan, pero regional wage board. Yun ang sinasabi niya. Ingat na ingat magsalita. Ngayon lang, kung mababasa niyo, si Secretary ng Pinas na bago, nagsabi, hindi kaya 100% inflationary yan.
Secretary Recto.
Secretary, ngayong umaga.
Robert, sabi niya inflationary.
Ala pa akong nakausap sa mga cabinet members na ayon dyan. Bakit?
Oo, grandstanding ba sabi ni Vic, tayo ba parang campaign sa election? Tapos attorney, mamaya mag-comment ka rin from the US, anong opinion mo looking at all these controversies? Yes. Si attorney, si Miss...
Okay. Dahil lang, dadagdagan ko yung sinabi ni Sergio Ortiz-Luis.
Pag-i-explain ulit.
Pagdating sa numero, ang unemployment rate natin ay 3.6%.
Totoo ba yan? Hindi. Accurate?
Fluctuating from 4.2% to 3.6%.
Sino nagsabi ho ng 3%? ho?
Philippine Statistics Authority.
Which is a government agency.
Government agency.
Yes,
Okay.
siyempre.
So, but ang underemployment natin
Yun.
ay nasa 10.7% to 15.4%.
Pwede pakiulit to, sorry, pakiulit to. May nagtanong sa Facebook.
Ang
Unemployment.
unemployment rate natin noong November 2023
November 2023, yes.
is 3.6%.
Yes,
At ang underemployment natin
yes,
ay 10.7%.
yes.
So meaning, ano ho yung underemployment? Ito yung mga
Minsan lang may trabaho every week.
pero kaya namang magtrabaho ng mas mataas ang sweldo. Pero dahil kailangan nila ng trabaho, sige na nga itong trabaho na to kukunin ko. So underemployed sila.
Yes.
Yung skill set nila
Below, above their work.
mataas, pero yung trabaho nila, mababa ang kinakailangan skill set. Siyempre, sino ba namang gustong walang trabaho? Kumbaga, kukunin ko na itong trabaho na to, kesa sa wala akong trabaho. So, mas malaki yung underemployment. So, yung ginagawa namin, doon sa tanong ho nyo, sir, kapag inangat namin itong mga underemployed at nilagay namin sa tamang trabaho ayon sa kanilang skill set, luluwag yung ibabae. Bababa din yung mga walang trabaho, ma-employ din. Kasi pag nagtrabaho kayo, like cameraman, ito maraming cameraman dito.
Magagaling na
Magtrabaho kayo ng 1 taon, 2 taon being a cameraman. Kahit walang magturo sa inyo, gagaling kayo, di ba? Yun yung on-the-job training na tinatawag. So, aangat kayo ng aangat. So, pwede nating tingnan, i-address yung underemployment at maapektuhan ang unemployment. That's one. Second, lahat ho ng economic managers, nandun ho kami, I was there personally sa Senate hearing. Lahat ho ng position papers na sinasabi ni Sergio Ortiz-Luis, NEDA, Central Bank, ang dami hong studies, pag nag-increase ho tayo ng sweldo, tataas ho ang inflation. Okay naman ho kaming magbigay ng incentives, magbigay ng productivity bonuses, kung tama ho yung nilalabas nung manggagawang Pilipino. Pero wag naman itaas ng itaas yung minimum wage kasi every year, maghihintay na lang tayo ng pagtaas ng minimum wage. Lugi naman yung nagtatrabaho ng mas maayos dun sa manggagawa na hindi nagtatrabaho ng mas maayos. Tama ba? Pati ako naguluhan din eh. So sana nakuha ko yung gusto naming sabihin. Salamat ho.
Thank you very much.